totally did not see that coming. Might as well talk about it. In the summer of 1994, The Lion King hit the big screen. It became a huge cultural phenomenon and made millions of money for Disney. And ever since I was a kid, The Lion King was one of my favorite Disney films of all time. I think I liked it mostly for the characters, the action, the adventure, and the story that went along with it. Nowadays, with Disney making all of its animated films into live action, it comes to no surprise that The Lion King is the next on the list. Being directed by Jon Favreau, whose resume includes Iron Man and the recent live-action remake of The Jungle Book. So what are my thoughts of Disney doing a live-action remake of one of my favorite animated films? Well, to be honest, I'm not that surprised. I mean, I've been kind of predicting this for a while now. Even before Disney was doing live-action remakes, I kind of figured this would be coming for a while. And to be honest, it's got great potential to be a live-action movie. I mean, they can film it in the real African savanna, they can use live animals with CG mouth movements, and they can make it with a big, massive scope like that of Lord of the Rings. But the real question remains, can they do it right? I mean, this could be a crowning achievement for Disney or a complete mess. It can work, honestly, both ways. And it also depends on tone. Are they going to go dark and serious, or are they going to go with a family-friendly adventure? From my perspective, I'd actually love a dark and serious version of The Lion King. I mean, it's got everything you need to make it dark and serious. Family conspiracies, epic betrayals like that of Game of Thrones, and enough action-adventure to keep you satisfied. And even though this is going to be a live-action remake of a classic story, the question is, can they give something new to it? While it is a coming-of-age story, there is some other things that in the original movie they never explained. Maybe talk about the backstory between Mufasa and Scar and why they hate each other so much. Maybe talk about their father. Maybe explore more on Nala's side of things. Hell, maybe you could take elements from the musical that weren't explained in the movie. You know, like the madness of King Scar or Chow Down, a Morning Report. Oh, wait, right, they already kind of did that in the special edition DVD. This is the morning report. Here's the long and the short. Yeah, that didn't work out too well. So yeah, there are some elements that they could put into this movie that weren't explained in the original, and I think they'd be really interesting. Then, of course, there's the question about casting the movie. I mean, it seems pretty obvious that Disney is probably not going to recast some of the original actors from the film and probably go with a brand new cast, but if anything, there should be some actors from the original film that should come back in the live-action movie. And I'd say the top 3 actors that should definitely come back for the live-action remake are Nathan Lane as Timon, Jeremy Irons as Scar, and of course, James Earl Jones as Mufasa. I mean, he's coming back as Darth Vader in Rogue One, so why not recast him as Mufasa? Then there's a question about the director, Jon Favreau. Well, he is a great director and has made some pretty interesting films. You gotta remember that a live-action remake of The Lion King is a huge responsibility. I mean, you're tackling with something that everybody grew up on. And you really don't want to fuck that up. So I really hope that Jon can stay true to the original and give us something that'll be equally as good. And like I said, the movie should definitely be a dark and serious version of the story. I mean, even with the Jungle Book, they played it straight and made it realistic. They didn't go all cartoony or anything.
Obi-Doo, I'm gonna be like you.
Okay, aside from that kind of cartoony, but regardless, I think seeing The Lion King with live animals would be a spectacular piece of film. And again, you could make this world that they created into a big epic scale production. I mean, imagine Pride Rock, but the size of the castle of Gondor. Holy shit, that would be amazing! But overall, guys, I think the live-action Lion King is gonna be pretty kick-ass. I think it's got a lot of great potential, there's a good director at the helm, and I'm really hoping that they can stay true to the original, and I'm hoping they can bring the same crew, the same cast, and give a good tribute to the original, while also giving us something fresh and new. I'm excited, but also a little concerned. I'll keep my options open until I see a trailer. It could be great, or it could suck. In the words of King Simba himself,
For now, I reserve judgment.
gotta say about it, guys. Agree, disagree? Let me know in the comments below. As well as your choice for an animated film that would be great in live-action form. Now, with that said, I hope Disney doesn't go on a huge rant of taking all these animated films and telling us all they're going to do a live-action movie in one sitting. Okay. I can accept these, as long as you get frickin' Hunchback in there. I want to see a dark and epic version of that movie. Also, if all these live-action remakes don't lead to a live-action Kingdom Hearts, I'm gonna be pissed. See y'all next time.